for the nation media.
To promise the advertising
In numbers, for us, we are in a third Friday of the month. You'll be getting an update.
lines.
Focusing on information Africa.
Some people have said the pastor has no enough a story as far as by the way, the 4th day of May 2016.
Number what? Number 4.
It's got over.
Has ended.
Let's start with Pastor Ngabo. One like this on the front page.
Change. And there's tomorrow, 5th May. And look, I know I've alarmed some people by saying, hey, you know, as you're trying to enjoy your rights, not to infringe on others, people's businesses and so on, they do have a point there.
After the prayer.
Absolute nonsense. What but then I saw them blocking these guys from getting in, you know.
Means the court order misinterpreted. This and I don't
for lack of
all FDC 4 weeks, include, and you don't have to belong to the FDC. So on that we can petty fog over, but all that absolute hogwash.
This reminds me,
Push
if
people to the wall.
we can be headed there, but
think that the guys, it's affects political ruling. As they were doing yesterday, arresting.
they may give me a
there's guys who each have their own supporters and so on and so.
They obviously have the numbers so, within.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely.
Now seems to be
she has support across. But you have to be as campaign. Even then, for
you have to be that
so candidate.
The lizard here says someone should explain this.
I would like you to. I think Tanga Odoi the other day. Science and
involved in the activity.
But
I think there was discussion down there.
I see you want
reporting on about media regulation. Looked at the Press and Journalism Act. The day I think people thought that self-regulation.
And again, because we can't seem to do that.
That is very media
central to this conversation. I think the point it is not dedicated to a job.
You see, that they can give you a constitution. It says I mean this straight, but see, oftentimes when the police says go away from here, you cannot cover.
Loved that if somebody was put 3 years, it's coming to the readies from the judiciary. He has petitions 26 judges having their rulings.
But by the new financial year,
maybe they do not have the.
As we face from time to time, one of the 3
sad story, but important. So
run quickly. A global
grapple with election.
Not
there was a lot of money in the can and other things. So,
but that's something. And civil society help us on Justice Kavuma.
They should impeach him.
Why?
They should
protect your meat from a cat. There's nobody. Jacob Olanya, always coming up with this. And
of your mind, handling the post-election petition and the court or judiciary we have.
Do we say yes, this is, but in South Africa, no, what? No, this is wrong. It is
enough money and have enough resources to protect. That's when
this is a trap.
Talk is the ideal. You guys can talk this because
it's not pornography for me.
Yours would be. Gentlemen, I want to ask you something.
You mean like wait?
From
primary?
3.
Yeah.
I have postgraduate course.
Hey, second you say that.
13 for
pre-entry examinations. Let me quote the failure of the UPE and USE systems because
Joel.
Then logic.
He lives every day.
So you're saying
doing that.
Okay, those who failed
admissions from Mbara and Science and Technology Observer. Yes, Del Monte
comes out, you know,
actually.
Doing what?
To be bad. The church needs to wake up to bring you tithe.
Do you realize the fungibility of this? Police arrests them. What do you want?
No.
I'm one of those who cannot now. Cruz has a victory in Guyana. This is a big story on Mokan. On to Reuters. Powerful people during a not anymore. They have an well because and on to Canada because of this uncontrolled fire that started. And again, Ranieri here, the manager, Roman Warrior, said did offer lots of incentives at the start. Charm. On the Sky News page here, should they or shouldn't they beheaded a Canadian anthrax? 15 West Vice President. Morning at NTV.
Purple Party Tour is coming to from Barclays as the number of people brave woman.
Daga for speakership, Olanya, this is the 10th parliament. What kind of leadership will Haire, he is a social is going to run on and tell Daga, speakership, Olanya, deputy speaker, left, right and center. What has changed, do you think?
But coming
on that legislature, regarding
no viewers, Kadaga is should not allow that they think do this, or we shouldn't do this. So I think they want
retains the speakership and Olanya retains the deputy speaker. All this playing out on two folds that I'll go back for my deputy speakership and run with.
By some people who are very powerful that he wants to run. So
he will just let your thoughts on this whole speakership push for the third term and that got scrapped. These new fresh ones, who much of the time are calling for accountability.
If the president comes out and says, "Want it?"
Well, there's lately. Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
You know how President Museveni operates? Last time, he prefers Olanya. He's supporting Kadaga and political business.
We'll also try and tweak our sound here. So, do you see out there the narrative began to change, which is very objective and so on? Do we know
of the way this parliament and the independents, Prosapir MPs like Lidovo Wafula Gutu, I'll give them be of a rubber, and I think.
All right. Looking at this side, and then much of the time, that does not
as amendment of the constitution age limitation of 5 million and went MP. So as citizens, I think to take what.
Hello, good morning.
What's your name, Chief?
Two candidates will have to convince the industry a very big campaign strategy. It comes from some of
Mr. Ola. Yes, he has the gun and all the capability. The VP can propaganda automatically. I pray that Kadaga is.
Thank the East and the light. Somebody else there. Hello, good morning. Hear you loud and clear. What's your name, Chief? Hello, good morning.
Burning up in Uganda. Have not worked for us. He's going to stand for us like the gay bill. We don't. Olanya is going to perform even by
the ability to perform. But this kind of environment. Thank you, John.
Das has been around by
free entry register to 7th of May from
Do you have to tell me about my wife? Raquel, I thought she was.
Did you do it, Eva? Did you get excited by this?
Than you?
Yes.
You really think so?
Yes.
My dear Lord woman, you are going to grow weak, and you really think the world revolves around you.
No.
Ramon Gomez. That's a damn lie.
I think that you're...
Login.
This week on Login, South Africa.
best team of the year.
Wednesday, 10 p.m. only on NTV.
Mabel Kebirunji and Brian Molondo.
And grow and grow.
Rock Magazine. We bit of money and bring it back.
The Property Expo.
Yeah.
This
Okay.
expo.
Property show franchises where now we're operating in about to grow up to 13 African countries by in Ghana, Accra. So we have than last year.
Okay.
That's your lifestyle. First and foremost, I want to say infrastructure focus on the incomes, quality of lifestyle. Housing is gross or macro level of a country. It's a little more, but we're talking about in your home, collapsing buildings and all that, the kind of materials for people out there.
You said we'll talk.
Very interestingly, I've concerned. There's two concepts often posing. The thing is, what to do somebody's perspective toward, of course, there are factors that currently cost of credit, because of the investors out there, including the ones I've talked about, have from the viewers. Every time I walk, unfortunately, cannot, right now with a good, decent home, costs 1,000. They sold off their Paris residence and built homes for up to 150 people. I think Patrick Mbire's net worth individuals of society coming out to have the capacity yet. I'm talking about someone with billions of shillings. I think this is where when you talk about the mortgage versus asked on how they can actually grow the revenues more. There it was, they introduced the property tax. The property tax.
Edwin, how much property do you
say that Chris, as we've already, we're in the process of signing out the formula, and the formula is going to be at probably between